Hello, family. Welcome to our day 9. So, in our day 9, I want to narrate a story that happened, right? So, I visited home during the festive period and I was meant to cook, right? So, in between the cooking, I asked my niece to help me reach out for a bowl of water, right? And the bowl is not something that is light, it's heavy. As she was reaching out for it, she had to tell me, Auntie Florence, I can't carry the bowl. And I was like, Amara, just make an attempt. Just carry it. Right. And I told her to just make an attempt. And she carried the bowl. As she was coming out, as she was coming closer, I had to reach out and assisted her to bring the bowl closer to where I wanted, right? At that point, you know one thing about God is He can actually teach you, He can actually teach you a lot with the list of anything, right? At the point I was carrying that bowl with her, God now told me that, like, He was now ministering to me. He was like, the point where that bowl was far from you, the point where that bowl wasn't very close to you. Did you stand up? Did you stand up to go and reach it out, right? It brought me to the point where we may be needing God to do something in our life while He's waiting for us to make an attempt, right? He's waiting to see the sign that you are willing to do what He wants you to do. And most times when you make that attempt, He takes over, He takes control of the step by step of every other thing to it, right? So on this day 9, I'm telling someone out there, you might be waiting on God concerning a particular area of your life while He's waiting on you to take a step, right? He's waiting on you to do something with the little you have, right? It's more like the woman in the portion of the Bible, the widowed woman that was waiting on God to pay the debt of her husband. What was asked? She was asked of the oil in her house. It was from that oil, it was from that little that she had that was multiplied, right? It was when she said what she had already that the multiplication came about, right? So today I'm telling you, make an attempt, start up something, no matter how little it can be. God can cause multiplication on that just because you have made an attempt, you have taken a step first, right? So on this day 9, I'm encouraging someone. Like I always say, in every of my topic each day, I'm encouraging someone out there as well as myself, right? You might really want to do something. Your spirit has been directing you on a particular thing and you have been reluctant to it, right? God might really need you to take a step for Him to take control of that situation, right? So today I'm encouraging you. And I know that it's not something that you can do by yourself, right? It's something that you cannot really do by yourself. You can really tell God and He will take control of it. Doing things with God's assistance is less stressful, right? If you call Him and you tell Him this is the area, yes, I know you have given me the instruction to start this, but I'm lacking strength, right? I'm lacking motivation to start. There is nothing you ask of Him that He will not supply. So today I'm telling you, just ask, just believe in God, right? And there's this, with what I'm saying, I want to share this testimony. So this 90 days challenge, initially when I started, I wanted to talk about my experience as a customer care representative, the experience I had as a sales representative. Those were more of the topic I planned to talk about, right? But on the second day that I started, this whole 90 days challenge kind of had a switch, right? And I did not try to like still continue on the path that I've already arranged that the 90 days was meant to go. I did that switch, and just the topic I did on my day 4, right? The next day someone contacted me on TikTok that he was about taking a very bad decision, but because of that topic that I did, that he was saved, he had a rethink of everything. So that brought me to that point that imagine I didn't start, imagine I didn't do this 90 days, right? What would have happened to that particular person? So, to every purpose, to everything that God gives you, there's always a destiny tied to it, right? Don't let those destiny tied to it, don't let them down. Mm? So, at the end of this 9 this 90 days challenge, someone I know, this is just one out of the many that God has planned for this thing to help. And the truth about this thing, the truth about this 90 days is that I am not a very perfect Christian. I'm not even perfect to start with, right? But God is doing this through me